Hello! We are back for another night of Morrowind. I am Jeff. I play old and retro games on here, trying to use original hardware wherever possible. I've been playing a lot of Morrowind lately. It is a game from, I believe, 1999. 1999? No, it's later than that. 2001 maybe. Anyway, I was in high school when it came out. It's great. It's the third Elder Scrolls game. You may be very familiar with the fifth Elder Scrolls game, Skyrim, which is very, very, very popular. It's been released about 900 times. This is the third one. This is the best one. And we have been going through the main quest finally. We did a lot of side questing first because part of the main quest was we were expected to get acclimatized to this new place we're in and the culture and the people, which is the province of Morrowind, and specifically it is the island of Vardenfell. I'll just show you a map before I explain who the shirtless old guy is. So this is the island of Vardenfell. It's a big chunk of the province of Morrowind, but there's some attached to the mainland to the west and the south. But Vardenfell is sort of the cultural center of Morrowind, even if it is not the political center. The Tribunal Temple, which is the native religion, they are headquartered here. Vivek lives here. He's one of the three living gods that make up the Tribunal. He's a bit of a big deal, I guess. He's lived for thousands of years. And what we have been doing is exploring around, digging into what's called the Nerevarine prophecies. And supposedly, the Emperor ordered me released from jail and brought to Morrowind because I was born on a particular day and might be someone who fulfills these Nerevarine prophecies. The gist is Nerevar was a great hero of Morrowind. He's going to be reincarnated and he's going to, save the day. He's going to kick the Empire out and restore the old ways of doing things. The Temple regards this as heresy, obviously. Anyway, that's more or less the story. Last week, we were digging into a 6th House base. The 6th House is a forgotten political group from back when Nerevar was alive. Everyone thought they were gone. They're not gone. They're just kind of a weird cult now, led by Dagoth-Ur, their evil immortal leader who lives in the volcano in the center of the island. Very straightforward, right? So Nerevar and Dagoth-Ur were friends. Dagoth-Ur supposedly turned on Nerevar, or Nerevar turned on Dagoth-Ur. It's very unclear what happened. But basically, Nerevar ended up dead. The tribunal said, "Oh, Dagoth-Ur killed Nerevar. It's very sad." And they made themselves immortal with the magical tools that Dagoth-Ur was guarding for them, which they had captured from the dwarves at the end of a big battle, at the end of which the dwarves all disappeared completely from the entire world, forever, just instantly vanished. Anyway, getting back to it, we were digging into a 6th House base, and we have become infected with corporous disease, which is a horrible incurable thing that makes you one giant tumor, drives you insane. Dagoth-Ur supposedly created it, and he sends it out on ash storms from the volcano in the middle of the island. It's nasty stuff. So we are reporting back to Caius Cosides, who is our contact with the Empire's Secret Service, who sent us on this mission in the first place. He's who has been sort of guiding us around the island and carrying out the Emperor's orders. So we're going to talk about our orders. He says, with Dagoth Garrus, who is the leader of the 6th House base, dead, the shrine is no longer a threat. I more than earned a promotion to the rank of Traveler, but he's very concerned that I have corpus disease. He does have good news, though. He asked around, and apparently a guy named Fast Eddie said there's a Telvanni wizard named Divaith Fear who might be able to help me. He runs a corpusarium, which is like an asylum for people who have corpus disease. We've been to his place before. We had to rescue someone who was captured there. But I don't believe we actually talked to him. So he says, take this Dwemer artifact and $1,000. Go to Telfir. Divaith Fear will like the artifact, and it may butter him up. He gave me a couple levitation potions. Telvanni Towers, you need to levitate through. Because wizards don't use stairs. So he says, get moving and get that corpus disease cured. Then hurry back. Thinks he knows how to get the lost prophecies that Nibani Misa asked for. So we're just going to explore all our dialogue options here. So he says, yep, you've got corpus disease. It's a rare disease that usually drives victims mad, causes terrible deformed growths on the body. He doesn't know much about it. He'll check with his informants and how to cure it. Okay. Fast Eddie. Ed Thaman, also Fast Eddie, Eddie the Rat, is a former Telvanni wizard who has gone Imperial and joined the Mages Guild. He's a colorful but unreliable character and an invaluable source of inside information on House Telvanni. He has a small house here in Balmora. Okay, what about this corpusarium? So the temple sends victims of corpus disease to the corpusarium. In a previous session, we actually convinced someone who had corpus to not be such a typhoid Mary about it and go get herself checked out at the corpusarium. So she's there now. It's beneath Telfir, which is Divaith Fear's tower. Fast Eddie says, it's a swell place full of doomed crazy people with bloated bodies. I'll love it. So he gave me a Dwemer artifact because Divaith Fear collects Dwemer artifacts. It's cool that it's illegal. Don't worry about it. He's the spy master. We can do whatever we want. All right. He gave me some money for expenses just in case. Telfir. So Telfir is southwest of Sadrith Mora. On the edge of Zaffirbel Bay. He's going to mark it on my map. Perfect. There's a dock, but no boat service. You must water walk or swim from Sadrith Mora. That's pretty straightforward. All right. We're going to head out. And we are going to see about getting this horrible, incurable disease cured. Or I guess we'll just live in the corpusarium from now on.
Is there something I can do for you?
So we're going to go to the Mages Guild. Actually, let's see if we can talk to Fast Eddie. Supposedly he has a house here. Nine Toes house. Does he have a house here? Just seeing if it's on my map. It doesn't look like Fast Eddie's house is here. What did he say about Fast Eddie? Small house here in Balmora. I think we should try and talk to him. We just have to find where he lives. We're just gonna check all the doors here. We might not have walked close to it before, which would have, as you can see, revealed it on the map. Must be farther north. Maybe. There's not much else here. Aaron Rodaris. This is Guard Tower. Maybe I'm just not seeing it. Must be on the other side of the river. but it could be worth talking
Is
to.
there something I can do for you?
Hidden's house. His name's not Hidden. There's the temple. There's the razor hole. These are like fancy people's houses up here, but maybe. Clothier. Auric Tong Guild. Arano Manor.
Is there something I can do for
Lalu
you?
Council. Tiervale Manor. What's this? It's a guard tower. How are we missing this guy's place? He's got to be around somewhere. This is a shop. Pawnbroker. What's this? That's the council club. No, lucky lockup. That's
Where
different.
is that slave?
That's the council club. Well, this is frustrating. Where the heck does Fast Eddie live? Check some doors, and then we'll just say screw it and move on. Not Dura Grabul's house. This is the South Wall Corner Club. Astius. What's his actual name? Ed Thaman. Maybe Ed Thaman's house, and we're just not seeing it. Well, we're gonna keep looking. Are you up here? Nope.
Is there something I can do for you?
That's not it. That's not it. That's not it. Are you on top of Caius's house? No, Caius just has a nice little platform. What's this? Balin Omeral's house. Balin's house. It's down below. Raren Raiderus' house. Nothing up here. Wrong house. Wrong house. Anyone up here? Nope.
Where is that slave?
Nope. Well, I don't know where he lives. Oh well. We will go to the Mages Guild and we will just go to Sadrith Mora. Let me check these houses here. What are they? Sia's house. Sia's house. Wrong house. Carlira's house. Vori's house.
Is there something I can do for you?
Etan's
Is there
house.
something I can do for you?
It's up top. Fast Eddie's house. Okay. Must be like directly over top one on the map. What does Fast Eddie have to say for himself?
You must be joking. Bother someone else.
Oh, he don't like me. We're gonna fix that. We're very good with our words. Just gonna sweet talk him until our disposition with him is quite high. 99 out of 100 is pretty good. So he's waiting around here in Balmora until things cool off a bit with House Telvanni. So he was a rising star of House Telvanni until Dratha and Gothram put a stop to his career. Alright. You don't have much to say. I thought he would maybe have something to tell me. Well.
Where is that slave?
Oh well. We're going to take the guild guide, who's going to teleport us all the way to Sadrith Mora, and we will walk from there. Or swim. Oh, it's a bird. Cute. Travel to Sadrith Mora. Drink one of my energy drinks. My restore fatigue for a few minutes. That will let me run.
Please, I don't wish to catch whatever you have.
Yeah, I'm sorry. It's Corporus, actually. Yeah, so everyone's going to be kind of ticked off about me walking around them with Corporus disease. So we want to get this looked at as soon as possible. In fact, let's put on our boots of blinding speed. So we can walk a lot faster.
Please, I don't wish to catch whatever you have.
Well, this is a grand day.
Okay, so Telfir is down there. It's basically southwest, due southwest. We're gonna swim and walk across country. And we're going to avoid all fights with the wildlife, because we've got more important things to do. We simply do not care about fighting the wild animals. We're gonna have to fight him though. Probably. He's gonna chase me forever. There's Telfir. Oh, fish are biting us. That's cool. Ta-da! Okay. Telfir! Let's go talk to the boss man. Okay, we've talked to her already. We've been here before, like I said. So we're just gonna zoom up. And we're gonna drink one of those levitation potions. And try not to get caught. And there's the guy himself.
That slave.
In his full set of Daedric armor. I guess he's not wearing a helmet. An almost full set of Daedric armor. So he says, that's an interesting Dwemer piece you've got there. What can you tell me about it? I'm going to offer it as a gift. He says, a gift? For me? How thoughtful and shrewd. I suppose you know I'm a collector, and that such a gift is bound to please me? I congratulate you on your diplomatic skills. So why have you tried to butter me up? Come to consult the great Divaith Fear? Do you have the divine disease? Want to plunder the dungeon? Or leer at my daughters? So we found out when we came here before, his daughters are actually like genetically engineered magical clones that he made of himself. And they're also his wives. It's pretty icky. So we have the divine disease, actually. So he says, how interesting. Did you know that Corporus makes you immune to disease? Have you ever heard of the prophecies of the Nerevarine? Ashlanders say the Nerevarine will be immune to disease. I've always thought, maybe I have the Nerevarine down in my Corpusarium and I don't even know it. Haha! The Nerevarine is a fat, disgusting Corpus monster and mad as a marsh rat. Wouldn't that be funny? So I'm going to tell him, actually, that might be me. He says that's fascinating. Means nothing, of course. Corpus victims have all sorts of delusions. But let me think. He says he's got a potion that in theory should cure Corpus. Doesn't work. Will probably kill you. Killed all the other test subjects. But since you've got nothing to lose, before he's going to give it to me, though, he wants me to look around below in the Corpusarium, know what's in store for me if I don't take the potion, and while I'm there, pick up a pair of boots from one of the victims, who's named Yagram Bagarn, his oldest patient, who is a handy fellow and fixes things for him. Bring the boots back, and I can have the potion. Alright, so we're going to go down to the Corpusarium, and we're going to retrieve these books. Or boots, I should say, from this interesting fellow who lives down there. So, the Corpusarium is in the basement, I believe. Hello. The Corpusarium. Okay. So, this the Kai is like the warden. Yeah, he's the warden of the Corpusarium. He says, do not harm the inmates. If you come to plunder the dungeon, you must endure their attacks and take their chances with him. Okay. Just gonna sweeten him up a little bit. So he's been here for a long time. He was a slave, then he was a free hiring, and now he's a friend and partner. Debath has been kind and generous to him, and he takes his interest in the interests of those he shelters to heart. The treasures of the dungeon are open to sport, and I'm welcome to try to steal them. But he also finds great sport in hunting thieves. Alright. Tell me about the Corpusarium, man. So, it houses victims of corpus disease. No one else could or would help them, and he does the world a great service by keeping them here where they can harm no others. The inmates are sad, distorted monsters, angry and cruel, and their sufferings are great. But they still live and feel, and he honors Lord Fear's care and compassion for them. So I have to endure their attacks. I can't harm them. No one will tolerate me adding to their suffering. They're brutal and ferocious, and they will kill me if they can, but I am their guest, and I may not harm them. Okay. But I guess there are also some treasures down here. Alright. So we're walking super fast. We can probably just zoom around away from the Corpus monsters. We're not even going to take out our weapon. We're just going to explore. There's a gate. Oh, lock level 100 and trapped. Wow. So do I have... I'll have to come back for this. I don't have enough magicka to crack that one open right now. Anything down here? Might just be a dead end. Alright, we are looking for Yagram Bagarn. And we're just gonna zip by anyone who tries to hit us. Corpusarium bowels. Check that out soon. I love these boots though. Lock level 100 and trapped. Yeah, we're gonna have to plunder this later. I wonder if there's anything good in those chests. I do not remember from the last time I played this. Into the bowels we go. Got more Corpus beasts. I think they're common here though. I don't think they'll attack me. And we've got...
A visitor? What brings you to visit Yagram Bagar, Master Crafter? and last living dwarf.
The last living dwarf.
Now,
That is who
if I
Yagram
could just
Bagarn
figure
is.
a scheme of classifying manifolds for tri-ply connected surfaces, or even more complex surfaces.
Interesting, interesting. And Oopsiefear is one of Deva's wives/daughters. We're going to make her like us. She takes care of the corpse victims. She says, careful if you're going to prowl around down here. They will be very angry if they hurt any of the patients. Some of the patients can be a handful. Okay. She says there's a drum around here that they wander off with, and if I find that drum and bring it to her, it will calm them down for a while. I'm walking fast enough that I'm not going to be going around chasing this drum, so it's fine. So let's find out about Corpus disease. So it takes many forms. For some, the progress is rapid and terrible. For others, it affects the mind. The effects on the mind and body are very slow. It's a remarkable affliction that once having contracted Corpus, one is completely unaffected by any other diseases. We've always hoped that our research would permit us to isolate the beneficial aspects of Corpus, but alas, we've not been successful. If I'm remembering right, one of the Nerevarine prophecies is that he will be untouched by disease.
If I could just figure a scheme of classifying manifolds for
so let's ask about the Corpus victims.
Or even more.
So she can calm them with a Guarskin drum. Again, we're not going to do that. That's a waste of time. So the Corpusarium is just one of Deva's Fear's many projects. Their mission here is partly humanitarian, partly research. They've been searching for a cure for Corpus for a long time. A very long time. But in the meantime, they care for the victims as best they can. The world outside is very cruel to Corpus sufferers, and they are much better off here with them. So she says about Devaith that he's probably the oldest and most powerful wizard alive, not counting liches or divine sorcerers like Vivek. There might be some older in the west, on Somerset Isles perhaps, but she doesn't think there's a kinder, more generous wizard alive. Not that there's much competition in the kind and generous wizard department.
Now, if I could just figure a scheme of classifying manifolds
all right, buddy.
for tri-ply connected surfaces, or even more complex surfaces.
Yagram Bagarn. He says, you're here for the Dwemer boots. Tell my gracious keeper that I have done what I could. Only a Dwemer mage crafter could have done so much. But only idiots could have created these boots. It shames his race that we must be judged by the work of such lackwit blunderers. Okay, so I'll ask about the boots. He says, Lord Fear obtained the boots from an unfortunate thief, and given the quality of their craftsmanship, little wonder that the fellow came to a bad end. But he can do nothing for them. The fundamental enchantment is flawed. Might as well start over again. Such a pair of boots could still be fashioned in these benighted latter days. But he has done his best. Take them to Lord Fear with his sincere apologies. So I'll ask about his gracious keeper. He says he owes his life to Lord Fear.
Now,
he took me in when I was a mad monster out of his mind. In time I emerged from my dementia, and now I am quite lucid most of the time. Although my body is still a grotesque and useless prison, and I still have some feeble hope of a cure. Lord Fear has tried many spells and potions. None have helped him, but neither have they harmed me. If anyone can cure this disease, Lord Fear can. Well, what is your race, buddy? He says, once I was a master crafter in the service of Lord Kagranak, chief architect of the great Second Empire freeholds, the greatest enchanter of his time. He could not match the genius of Lord Kagranak, but what he could envision, Yagram and his colleagues could build. All of that is gone forever. He retains his cunning, but his hands and eyes fail him, and his memories have long since faded. Well, you know, we can all aspire. We can all aspire. I think the spider legs help a lot. It really offsets the tumors. Yeah, his hands and eyes fail him. His memories have faded. His only consolation is each day to mock the gods who destroyed his race and condemned him to this bleak existence. So he says, since the disappearance of the dwarves, he's been alone in the world, trapped in this grim prison. He can scarcely move. The fellow inmates are not good company. Corpus disease keeps most people away. But if you meet with cultivated minds undaunted by the terrors of the corpusarium, you might mention your recent interview with the last living dwarf. He says that's how he styles himself. He doesn't know for a fact that he's the last, but in his travels thousands of years ago, he never encountered another. And since I have been here, he often asked Lord Fear, but he's never heard a credible rumor of another Dwemer on Tamriel or any other outer realm. In a previous session, we actually solved the mystery of the dwarves. They fucked up trying to create themselves an artificial god, is basically what happened. The gist of it. Maybe Yagram will have some insight. So he says he cannot say what happened. He was not there to observe. He was in an outer realm at the time, and when he came back, his people were gone. He left Red Mountain, wandering Tamriel for years, searching out deserted colonies, looking for a survivor or an explanation. Then, a long time ago, he returned to Red Mountain, still looking for answers. Instead, he found Corpus disease, and he's been here ever since. He does have theories, though. Tell me about your theories, my friend. I don't know. He's pretty useful. He's crafty, right? He's handy.
Now, if I could just figure
so his theories are, Lord Kagranak, the best arcane philosopher and mage crafter of his time, devised tools to shape mythopoeic forces, intending to transcend the limits of Dwemer mortality. However, in reviewing his formula, some logicians argued the side effects were unpredictable and errors might be catastrophic. Kagranak might have succeeded in granting their race eternal life with unforeseen consequences, such as wholesale displacement to an outer realm. Or he might have erred and utterly destroyed their race. So he gave me the boots. I don't know. I quite like him. He's going to come in handy later. And that's it. We're going to bring the boots to... Oh, they are kind of crappy boots. They're levitation boots. So let's go back to Lord Fear and get out of here. Where's the door? Maybe he'll try his experimental corpus cure on us. Nope, not tangling with you guys.
Honored guest.
Alright, up we go. We are going to cure ourselves. This was the prison I rescued someone from earlier. Up, up, up. More up. Alright. Where's that other levitate potion? I am wearing the Boots of Blinding Speed, which boost my speed by 200 points. And I have crafted a special spell to put my boots on while under the effects of, which allows me to resist the blinding part of the Boots of Blinding Speed. So my speed is 240, but I'm not blind because I cheesed it with some resist magic. Where's the Rising Force potion? We supposedly had another one. Well, I gotta get where I'm going faster. You walk really slow in this game by default. It's pretty brutal. Alright, I'm just gonna cast a levitate spell. This is definitely not my first Morrowind. I have been playing this game since it came out. Every couple years I'll revisit it. And for the last, I guess, year or so, I've been on and off streaming it on here.
A warm welcome to you.
Here are the boots. Okay, he says, boots first, now give me the potion. On the following condition, I have to drink it here, right in front of him. The should act immediately, and he needs to observe me very carefully. Yeah, do it up. Give me the potion. Open your mouth and close your eyes. I hate when people say that. Now swallow. Goodness. Good grief. Look, it's working. Remarkable. Let me check out your skin, your eyes, your tongue. Amazing. I think it worked. No sign of the disease at all. Of course, you still have corpus disease, just like I planned, but all your symptoms are gone. Marvelous. I'll go try it out on some of the more desperate inmates, but I'll answer any questions you have before you go. Yeah, what's the deal, man? No more symptoms. What did the potion do? Alright, so, wow. We have been cured of corpus. Yes, I say, free all the farm tools, and kill all the farm tool abusers. That is my very strong stance on it. In fact, I do quite a bit of that on this stream. Maybe if you're lucky, you'll catch some. Okay, so we are completely immune to common disease, completely immune to blight disease, completely immune to corpus. We have no ill effects. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. So, we're going to go back. Whoops. That was a little bit more of a drop than I thought. We're going to go back to Caius and tell him about the miracle. We're cured. And like before, we're just going to zip across to Sage with Mora. In fact, we use a Divine Intervention spell. Oh yeah, I don't care about the economy. They can farm their own salt, rice, and ash yams. Okay. Back to Balmora.
At your service, Outlander.
I don't know where...
Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. As I said, I've been doing this playthrough for quite a while now, and I'll be at it for quite a while yet, if I don't get bored and switch games.
It was
I mean,
something.
how can you not
What does
love
it
the
ask?
lizard people?
3 blessings.
They gotta be free. I love them. Of course. I have very strong Morrowind opinions about basically everything in the game. So feel free to pipe up if you want an opinion on anything.
You seem like very good company.
Not when I get done with their owners, they're not. Okay, so he says, thank you for the report. He's happy I'm cured. But there's a bit of bad news. He's being recalled to the Imperial City. He'll be promoted to operative. And he'll head to the Blades in Vardenfell. I'll head the Blades in Vardenfell until he returns. Alright. So I'm the ranking Blades agent in Vardenfell. That's awesome. I know nothing, and I am in charge of the Emperor's Secret Service here. Okay. My final orders. Continue pursuing the Nerevarine prophecies as the Emperor commands. Then go to the Hall of Wisdom, find Myra Milo, and find the Lost Prophecies. She's being watched. Something has gone wrong. Find her private quarters. She'll leave me a message there under the code word Amaya. Take the Lost Prophecies to Nabani Misa, who is the wise woman in the Ashlander camp that we met last session, I believe. Wow, this is a lot of responsibility. So, yeah, He says the days of the Empire are almost over. When the Emperor dies, 9 hells are going to break loose. If you played Oblivion, you know. It's actually a very particular hell that breaks loose. But forget about the Imperial City. Think locally. Worry about the 6th house in Dagoth-Ur. Squabbles between the great houses and the colonists. The rest of the political nonsense doesn't amount to a plate of scuttle. Does he have anything else to tell me? Yeah, big boy, that Mehrunes Dagon. Okay. Yes, if I remember right, is Mehrunes Dagon the one who threw the rock at Vivek City that Vivek suspended in the air there? Pretty sure. Okay. So he says, for the reason he was recalled to the Imperial City, he says, internal politics. Some concern about my sugar. We all know he quite enjoys the sugar. That was Shegaroth. Okay. Was it Shegaroth? We'll have to see. We're going to be going there shortly if I'm remembering the main quest right. Don't worry about spelling the Daedra Prince's names correctly. And honestly, I think Shegaroth would appreciate being called the Prompts of Madness. I think he'd think that was funny. Okay. Interesting. So Caius Cosides, he's out of here. He's going back to the Imperial City. He's worried about his family. He's going to go. So this is the last we'll see of him. Goodbye, Caius. You were a drug addict. You were strangely ripped for an old dude. You were a good friend. Hopefully we'll see you again someday. Off to Vivek.
Three blessings.
Again, we're going to go to the Mages Guild and get teleported there. I think I may have a little nap when I get there to restore my magicka. Just grab a bunk. Oh no, a dream! Another weird dream. So, in your dreams, a tall figure in a golden mask spoke to me. Lord Nerevar Indurel, High Resdania, long forgotten, forged anew. 3 belied you, 3 betrayed you. 1 you betrayed was 3 times true. Lord Vorin Dagoth, Dagoth-Ur, steadfast liegeman, faithful friend, bids you come and climb Red Mountain. Beneath Red Mountain, once again, break your bonds, shed cursed skin, and purge the Enwa from Morrowind. Yeah, it's all water weight. Either way, I'm impressed with Caius. Despite his habits, he did a good job. Alright, we're going to actually try and rest. Okay, good. No more bad dreams.
At your service, Outlander.
So we know Dagoth-Ur wants us to come visit him, and we will come visit him when we are ready. Go to Vivek. You're going to zip to the temple at the other end of the city. And Mehrunes, she's in the Hall of Wisdom and Justice in the library, I believe. So it's one of these. No, it's down below.
3 blessings.
She works in the library, if I'm remembering.
A warm welcome to you.
But for some reason, she's not here. Perhaps something has happened to her. Well, let's not ask the guards. Let's ask her co-workers. She works here in the library. If she's not here right now, we might find her in her private quarters. Her door is across from the canon offices here in the Hall of Wisdom. All right. See if we have that on our map already. Milo's quarters. Cannon quarters. Milo's quarters. No one here. But there is a note to Amaya, which is the code word that we were told she'd leave us a message under. So, Amaya, sorry I missed you. I had to run some old documents over to the Inquisitor at the Ministry of Truth, and I'm likely to be tied up there for a while. Why don't you meet me there as soon as you can? Then we can leave together as soon as I'm done. And Amaya, don't forget to bring me the 2 Divine Intervention Scrolls you borrowed, or if you use them, buy a couple of new ones for me. I think I'm going to need them soon. Janan Mullany at the Mages Guild in the Foreign Quarter keeps them in stock. Alvela Saram is the guard at the entrance. Just tell her you're looking for me, and she'll let you in. Your faithful friend, Mayra. P.S. I left a couple levitate potions here for me, just in case. Couldn't remember if you knew the spell or not. I do know the spell, but I'm going to grab them anyway. I go through a lot of those things. Do I have Divine Intervention Scrolls is the question. I do not. I'm going to have to buy a couple. I think it's less a trap and more she's telling me she's in big trouble. Anyway, we're going to rob her. At $5, we'll go to good use. I'm not going to take the eggs. I will take the scuttle. This is good potion stuff here, Mayra. And if you're being interrogated by Inquisitors, you probably don't need your eggs or your rice. So, let's get out of here. This way, maybe? There we go. Lord Vivek lives up in there. He's cool. Probably going to cause his untimely death. Or very timely death, I suppose. Okay. We got to go back to the Foreign Quarter and get some Divine Intervention spells. Scrolls, I should say. So we're just going to zip over there as quickly as we can. It's not too far. A lore beard? I'm a lore nerd. Is this the Foreign Quarter? Yes. So... who stocks them? Let's look at that note again. Note to Amaya. Janan, Molina... oh, the Mages Guild. So up top, we gotta go up top. Mages Guild is up at the very tip top. Fighters Guild, Mages Guild. I want to buy a couple Divine Intervention Scrolls. And she just happens to have 2 in stock. That's perfect. Caius's Ring. Okay. Yeah, my favorite 2 are Daggerfall and Morrowind, so 2 and 3. And they're the most closely linked, like, lore-wise. A lot of what happens in Daggerfall very much has an effect on what happens in Morrowind. It's really interesting how they managed to make those intertwine. I do like all of them, I will say. Morrowind's my favorite for sure, though.
What
But
did I do to deserve this honor?
the lore is really interesting. So, again, we're going to zip over to the temple. Because we need to go up there. The Ministry of Truth, which is a very euphemistic thing to call where the Inquisitors interrogate heretics. Oh, so Caius gave me his whole outfit, and it turns out he does have a shirt after all. Okay. Where's our levitate potion? Yeah, Daggerfall is one of the provinces out west. Yeah, the first one, like Arena, is more about the super bad mage guy. But there are some super powerful mages in Daggerfall that end up being very important to the plot line. But yeah, Jagar Tharn is the Imperial battle mage who basically creates an imposter, or he impersonates the Emperor and imprisons him in Arena. And you have to, you know, go around the whole of Tamriel and like collect all the pieces of some staff and put it together so that you can like reveal his plot. Very ambitious for when that game came out. It's crazy. So, we're going to float up there. Where is our Rising Force potion? Quality Rising Force potion. Okay, up we go. Now, we are the Patriarch of the Temple. So maybe we can just talk our way through this whole situation. So that's the
I don't know where to
friend
begin. It is such
that
an
we're
honor
supposed to
meet
talk to. She says, no pilgrims allowed in the ministry. She'll have to ask me to leave, but I'm not here to visit anyone, am I? So she said, Mayra said you'd come. I'll say you subdued me with magic and stole her key. It opens all 3 exterior doors. The upper back door is best. I'll need other keys for doors inside. Search for the keys in desks. No one carries keys while on duty. That's very sensible. Mayra is in the prison keep in the cell on the far right. She said I'd bring scrolls to get out. I did. I brought them. Some of them are sympathetic to the distant priests, but kill an ordinator and you'll lose that sympathy. You've got rank in the temple. Maybe you can bluff your way through. Here's a key to the entrance. Now get going. Okay. Not only do I have rank in the temple, but I have all the rank in the temple. Okay. So, let's see if we can get Mayra rescued. No one's attacking us. That's great. Gotta find those desks with the keys. Zip, zip, zip. Or not. Maybe I'll just pick the lock. I'll just pick the lock. I don't care. Anyone looking? Don't mind me carrying a lockpick. Okay. Hello?
What do you want?
Patriarch Dorcas Malorcas, I don't like this at all. This is completely against procedures. But I don't seem to have much choice. The key is in the Inquisitor's office, but the guards aren't going to like it, not one bit. Okay. So where's the Inquisitor's office? Temple, that's out. That looks like an office, doesn't it? Maybe?
What do you want?
It says, Patriarch Dorcas Malorcus, you're not allowed in here. You must leave immediately and without hesitation. If you do not leave immediately, peacefully, we will use force and I will not be responsible for your safety. Alright, that's fine. I'm just gonna grab this key. And I'll see you later, man. Maybe I better put it away. Close the door behind me. Oh, that's the way out again. Don't mind me. I'm just the patriarch of the temple who has no idea how to get anywhere in the Ministry of Truth. Patriarch Dorcas Malorcus, this is against procedure and you know it. Go ahead. Key's in the desk, but he has to report this. Come on down. Barky dog. Don't know if you guys can hear that or not. Okay, okay. Where is the... Well, I mean, I think I have the key, but... Oh, the key is over here.
A warm welcome to you.
Thank you. I will just take this cell key. I don't need to push it. I don't need any of that stuff. So she is apparently in the far cell. Holding cells.
Yes, stranger?
That's not her.
Friend,
Who are
how
you?
does the day greet you?
Did the crime, doing his time. What was the crime? Alright. That's fine, that's fine. There she is. Mayra
I
Milo,
don't know
we
where
found
to
you.
begin. It is such an honor to meet you.
So, yep. Telling her Caius got recalled. She thinks he's involved in something secret and dangerous. Okay. We can't talk now. Alright. So I'm going to find what I'm looking for in Holamayan, which is a secret monastery of the dissident priests. The monastery itself is beneath the surface of a remote island along Azura's coast, with only a single entrance hidden from view by hills and vegetation. The monastery is further protected by a magical shield, which only opens at dawn and dusk, the magical twilight hour sacred to Azura. Cool. Here's your scrolls. So one for her and her escape plan. One for myself. So the plan is she's going to meet me at Holamayan. We're going to travel separately. When I get out of here, I should look for a woman named Blatia Heteria in Ebonheart. Tell her she sent me, that I want to go fishing, and she'll bring me to Holamayan by boat. Sounds good. Goodbye and good luck. We're out of here. I'm not going to use the scroll. I'm just going to cast the spell. Anyway, see you, lady. Okay. And the docks are this way. If I could just figure out how to get through freaking Ebonheart. There we go. Excuse me, excuse me. Just going to the docks. Don't mind me.
Oh, greetings. How do you do?
So, whose boat is it? It's your boat. You're the lady. I would love to go fishing, and she knows an excellent place for fishing. It's Mayra Milo's favorite fishing spot. I am ready to go. Let's do it. Alright. Here we are. So this is Vivrana Aryan, who is a monk here. The monastery is on the island. I should take the stone pathway north from the docks and the path uphill. The entrance is hidden by magic. Wait or rest, and the portal will open at dawn and dusk. Mayor Milo told them that I was coming. Okay. Tell me about Holamayan. It's a secret monastery of the dissident priests. It's beneath the surface of a remote island along the Azura's coast, only a single entrance hidden from view by hills and vegetation. The monastery is protected with the magic shield. We've heard that a lot. No, I don't want to return to Vivek yet. Alright. So we are just going to use our speechcraft a little. She didn't like us as much as she could. So we're going to go up the path. Follow the path, follow the path. And at the top of the path, there is the hidden entrance. Now we have to... Oh, there are enemies nearby, apparently. Oh, it's a rat. Better get my axe out. Phew, that was close. You almost got moited by a rat. All right, so it's 9 a.m., which means we're going to have to wait. I think it's like 6 to 8 in the morning and 6 to 8 in the evening. So we're just going to have to wait 9 hours. Might as well rest. Oh, yay. It's opening up. Pretty cool. We're here. Hey man, who are you? Okay, this is a secret order called the Dissident Priests. They are loyal to the temple's ancient traditions, but they're troubled that the ultimate source of the tribunal's divinity might be the same source as Dagoth-Ur's evil power. That is the heart of Lorkhan. We're gonna see it eventually. So Dagoth-Ur's power seems to wax as the tribunal's power wanes. Read the Progress of Truth and other documents of the Apocrypha in our library, and you will see why they are uneasy. All right. Let's go to the library. Hey, Mayor Milo, you made it.
Wonderful. Welcome, Outlander.
She says, thanks for rescuing me, man. So, you don't really have much else to tell me that I haven't already heard. So let's talk to this guy who seems to be in charge.
Sarah.
All right, tell me about the dissident priests. So, he says that a lot of the temple hierarchy might be inclined to accept and tolerate differences of opinion on dogma, but there are other parts of the temple, and particularly the Ordinators, claim that the threat from Red Mountain and Dagoth-Ur can only be resisted with a unified, resolute faith. The people are afraid, so they support the hard line. But if we show ourselves able to confront Dagoth-Ur more effectively than the Ordinators, the temple and the people will support us. That seems fair. Tell me about Dagoth-Ur. So long as the Ordinators, buoyant armigers, and the Tribunal could contain the Blight and Dagoth-Ur's creatures within the Ghost Fence, faith in the temple's protective power was strong. But now travelers and settlements suffer from blight storms and marauding monsters, and the people fear the temple is losing its ages-old battle with the devil Dagoth-Ur. So the Sixth House is a new threat and not yet widely recognized as another face of the devil Dagoth-Ur. But it is clearly a sign of a coming crisis, and the temple may no longer be able to protect Morrowind. In such troubled times, the Dunmer may turn to the ancient pillars of faith, the ancestors and the Daedra, and especially to the prophetic visions granted by the Lord Azura. Then they may look to the Nerevarine, Saint Nerevar Reborn, to lead them against the grim armies of Dagoth-Ur. This is what the Ashlanders have been telling us. Tell me about Nerevar. It says, here are a few books that I might find of interest. They have very different impressions of Nerevar. So the real Nerevar, Nerevar Moon and Star, and Saint Nerevar. Okay. Tell me about Nerevarine. So their interest in the Nerevarine used to be a matter of principle, a willingness to consider the validity of mystical insights rejected by temple doctrine. But now Dagoth grows stronger while the tribunal grows weaker, and the return of Saint Nerevar, even if only reborn in spirit, might be the best prospect for salvation. Okay, what are the lost prophecies? So he's reviewed the Apocrypha and found 2 passages of particular interest. They made copies of these passages to give me. Many are familiar with the 2 Nerevarine prophecies current among the Ashlanders called the Stranger and the 7 Visions. We talked about that last time with the Wise Woman. So they have 2 other prophecies, the Lost Prophecy and the 7 Curses, that may offer additional insights into the riddles surrounding the coming of the Incarnate. Perhaps these are the lost prophecies that your friend Nabani Misa told me about. They've also prepared a document for me called Kagranak's Tools. This document will explain to me and to others the terrible secret that the temple conceals about the true history of the tribunal and the corrupt nature of their divine powers. We've actually figured this all out already, but it's cool that they're feeding it to us now. It is to conceal the secret that the temple persecutes the Nerevarine and the dissident priests. This persecution, must stop. They must be united against the true enemy, Dagoth, and if you are the Nerevarine, you must lead us against them. So the Apocrypha... Come up here, cat. You're being annoying. The Hieroglypha are the collected priestly writings of the temple, and the Apocrypha are the hidden writings, secrets known only to the highest levels of the priesthood and Inquisition. Defying the temple, they've gathered as much of them as they could here at Holamayan. One of the chief disputes between the temple and the distant priests is that the temple hides the truth from its followers. Cool, cool. So tell me about the lost prophecy. Okay, we got verse. From 7th sign of 11th generation, neither hound nor guar, nor seed nor harrow, but dragon-born and far-star marked. Outlander incarnate beneath Red Mountain. Blessed guest counters 7 curses. Star-blessed hand wields thrice-cursed blade to reap the harvest of the unmourned house. So he's annotated my copy of the Lost Prophecy with their best efforts at interpretation. A rough summary might be, an outlander, foreign-born but welcomed as a guest, confronts 7 curses beneath Red Mountain. His hand, blessed by Azura, uses a cursed blade to bring justice to House Dagoth, or House Dwemer, or both, maybe? The Nerevarine, an outlander? That wouldn't please many Ashlanders, but it might explain how the prophecy got lost. Okay, what about these 7 curses? So the 7 curses are as follows. Through the doors of the unmourned house, where scoffers scoff and schemers scheme, from the halls of the oath-breaking house ring 7 curses of God's blasphemed. Oh, this one rhymes. First curse, curse of fire. Second curse, curse of ash. Third curse, curse of flesh. Fourth curse, curse of ghosts. Fifth curse, curse of seed. Sixth curse, curse of despair. Seventh curse, curse of dreams. My copy of the 7 curses bears their guesses at interpreting the verses. In short, 7 curses come from House Dagoth or House Dwemer, or both. Fire and ash come from Red Mountain. Flesh is Corporus. Ghosts, seed, and despair are unclear. But Curse of Dreams seems to refer to recent cases of soul sickness and sleeper attacks in the towns. Okay. Alright. Save our game. Let's look at our crap. Kagranak's Tools. Okay, so they found a big magic stone, the dwarves did, under Red Mountain, and determined it was the heart of the god Lorcan, cast here in the Dawn Era as punishment for his mischief in creating the mortal world. So the dwarves decided they were going to create an artificial god using it as a power source. And to do it, Kagranak made 3 tools. Wraithguard is an enchanted gauntlet to protect its wearer. Sunder is an enchanted hammer to strike the heart and produce the exact volume and quality of power desired. Keening is an enchanted blade that is used to flay and focus the power that rises from the heart. Cool. When Kagranak used these tools on the heart in the Battle of Red Mountain, no one knows what happened, but the Dwemer race disappeared entirely from the mortal world. Nerevar and Lord Dagoth retrieved the tools but didn't know what to do with them. So Nerevar asked Dagoth to guard the tools while he went to consult with his counselors, Vivek, Almalexia, and Sotha-Sil, who are the tribunal these days. He left and spoke with his 3 counselors, and they decided to return together to Red Mountain to decide what to do. While Nerevar was gone, Dagoth was tempted and confused by the powers of the tools. When Nerevar and the counselors arrived, he refused to give up the tools, claiming that he had sworn to Nerevar to protect them. And Dagoth fought with Nerevar and the counselors, and was mortally wounded and driven off, and the tools were recovered. So Nerevar and his counselors decided to take the tools for safekeeping. They all swore a great oath never to use the tools, but after Nerevar's death, Vivek, Almalexia, and Sotha-Sil yielded to temptation. They took the tools themselves and went to Lorkhan's heart, buried beneath Red Mountain, and gave themselves divine powers. But Dagoth didn't die! We know what happened, but we don't know what happened, but this is what we believe. His experiments with Kagranak's tools had joined him to the heart's divine nature in some way, so that he learned to draw power directly from the heart. We conjecture that Dagoth, driven by anger and greed, used the heart without caution and restraint, and has become terribly powerful and terribly mad. But the tribunal showed great care and restraint in their use of the tools, and so they were not driven mad, and they did many good things. Nonetheless, the tribunal too appear to have been corrupted by the heart's power, though more subtly. Kagranak's tools are cursed. Stealing power from the heart of a god is a terrible folly and fated to disaster. The tribunal is losing its battle to control the power of the heart. They are sustained by the same tainted power that drives Dagoth mad. They grow weak and cannot protect us from Dagoth. But even if they could, would we be wise to worship gods such as these? They conceal the truth from us out of shame. They persecute the Nerevari and the dissident priests out of shame. Yada, yada, yada. The tribunal did a lot of good. But they succumbed to the temptation of Kagranak's tools, and they might have been instruments of salvation at one time, but now they seem to be instruments of doom. Yikes. Okay, what else do we have? Saint Nerevar. So this version says Nerevar was a big hero. He united the Dunmer houses against the Dwemer and House Dagoth and their western allies. The faithless Dwemer were destroyed, their allies defeated. Nerevar was mortally wounded in combat with Dagoth. Nerevar died, but he lived to see the birth of the temple. Yada, yada, yada. This is the official version, I believe. That's the one the temple says is true. So the real Nerevar says... Okay, this is a couple pages. So when the Dunmer followed Veloth to Morrowind, there were many warring clans with no law or leader. One Dunmer warlord, Nerevar, had the ambition to rule all the Dunmer. In that time, House Dwemer were great enchanters, so Nerevar went in secret to a Dwemer smith and asked for an enchanted ring that would help him. The ring gave its wearer powers of persuasion. For safety, it was enchanted to instantly kill anyone who wore it except Nerevar. The ring was called Moon and Star, and it helped Nerevar unite the various clans. Yada, yada, yada. House Dagoth and the Dwemer and a bunch of Westerners on one side, the rest of the Dunmer on the other. Big fight. Battle at Red Mountain, the Dwemer disappeared. House Dagoth is gone. Nerevar was killed and his ring was lost. But, you know, the political institution he created still exists. Cool. Cool. So is the Lost Prophecy the other one? Where's the other one? Saint Nerevar. Nerevar, Moon and Star. That's the other one. Okay. So this is apparently a collection of a bunch of Ashlander legends. So the dwarves and a bunch of outlanders came to steal the Dunmer's land. Nerevar was a great Khan and war leader of the house people, but he honored the ancient spirits and the tribal law and became as one of us. We know this already. So when Nerevar pledged upon his ring of the ancestors, one clan under Moon and Star, to honor the ways of the spirits and rights of the land, all the tribes joined the house people to fight a great battle at Red Mountain. Lots of people died. The Dwemer disappeared. But the leaders of the great houses slew Nerevar in secret, set themselves up as gods, and neglected Nerevar's promises to the tribes. But it is said that Nerevar will come again with his ring, cast down the false gods, and with the power of his ring, make good his promises to the tribes. And, you know, drive all the outlanders out. Cool, cool, cool. All right, so that's about all we need from here. I don't know if we're going to get
Where is that slave?
any extra info from anyone here.
Ah, you bring good fortune
No
with
one really has
you.
anything
Welcome.
more to say. This guy's got some stuff to buy. Anything worth buying? Doesn't look like. Not really. Nothing worth buying. But practice our speechcraft on everyone we can. We want everyone to like us. We want everyone to like us. Practice speechcraft. Excellent. Who are you? Oh, you've got a few things to tell me. Give me some advice. Okay, he's a monk. Cool, cool,
A
cool.
warm welcome to you.
Oh, you're more clever. You're harder to impress. I think they dislike me because I'm such a high rank in the temple. Usually people like me a little more than that when they first meet me. Okay. I think we're done here. There we go.
How wonderful. Welcome, Outlander.
So, I think we have to go
A
back
warm
to the
welcome.
Ursulaku camp. Ah, this guy again. Give me my axe. Rats. We have to go back to the Ursulaku camp and bring them the lost prophecies. Is the boat gone? Did we go the wrong way? The boat's over here.
How wonderful. Welcome, Outlander.
Okay, yes. Let's go back to Ebonheart. And from here, where can you get me?
You
can't
seem
get
like
me anywhere.
very good company.
I think the other boat can.
You seem like very good.
Gotta head back up the coast. Where's La Ode? La Ode? Okay, La Ode is closer. Bring me to La Ode. And where can you bring me? You can bring me up to Olagmar. That's all the way around, I think. Yeah, we don't want to go there. But Narmak is good. Narmak is a good destination. Taking boats all the way up. Almost there. Oh, you're in your boat. Take me to Cool.
Is
Now
there
we are
something I
basically
can do
all the
for
way
you,
there.
Outlander?
We gotta go east along the coast. And we're gonna get to the camp. And bring those lost prophecies to the wise woman. I think there's a fish trying to bite me. It's okay, we'll swim fast. Not hurting us too much. He's not hurting us too much. You're okay. Oh, there's that crashed boat we investigated last time we were out here. It was full of worthless garbage. Alright, take it easy. This guy's gonna attack us, so we're gonna preemptively get rid of him. We don't have to worry about disease anymore, which is great. Got that heart. It's a key ingredient in some alchemy stuff I generally tend to make. Restore magicka potions, that's great for. Yeesh. Hound meat, also good for potions. I see you there, man. Come on down. Racer plumes are good for levitation potions. Alright. Let's go talk to our wise woman friend. I believe she's got a fancy carpet in front of her door. Yes. Alright.
A warm welcome to you.
So, I'm going to ask her about the disturbing dreams, because I had another one. She said, "It's a strange dream indeed. The Sharmat Dagoth speaks to me in the voice of prophecy. He curses the three betrayers, the three false gods, Vivek, Almalexia, so the Sill. He calls me to drive the outlanders from Morrowind. This is a very strong dream, very cunning, a dream to stir hearts. It is a very good lie. He called me Nerevar, and the dream of the Nerevarine is very strong and very dangerous for me and for all her people." That is true. So, I brought you the Lost Prophecies, lady. So, she says I'm going to tell her these things over and over until she has them in her heart. And then I will tell her what the priests say and what they see in the words. And then I must leave her. Hunt, sleep, train, feed, learn the land. She must bring these things into her and place them before her ancestors and listen to them and to the skies and the stars of her dreams. Then, when the moons have come and gone, return and she will give me her judgment. Alright, so I guess I've just got to leave and come back. So, I'm just going to cast Mark in here so I can instantly zip back here when I need to. And I guess we'll see if there's anything I can do in the meantime. Since they're putting another... Oh, she's already ready to give me her judgment. All right, that took a long time. I thought we were going to have to leave and come back. All right. So, she says, the ancestors and the stars have given her clear signs. The lost prophecies leave no doubt. The incarnate shall be an outlander. I, blessed by Azura, must lift the 7 curses of Dagoth. Prophecy has shown her the 7 steps of the Nerevarines' path, and she has been chosen as my guide for each step on the path. She will read the signs and show me the way. It is time for me to walk the path of the 7 visions and pass the 7 trials of the 7 visions. So she says, I was born on a certain day to uncertain parents, so I have passed the first trial. Her dreams show that I also fulfill the second trial, that neither blight nor age can harm me, and the curse of flesh before me flies. She's read the signs, but she cannot understand. She wants me to explain it to her. So I'm just going to say, yeah, I got Corpus, but, it's okay now. She says that you've overcome the curse of flesh is strange enough, but that it would protect you from blight and age is past belief. Oh, I missed that. So it also makes me immortal, which is really cool. I forgot. That's another symptom of Corpus disease. So I passed the second trial. The third trial is unfulfilled. The mystery of the third trial is not her secret to share. Go to Sul-Matul, the guardian of her cult, and he shall tell me of the third trial. When I fulfilled it, return to her. Okay. Tell me more, tell me more. So now with the lost prophecies, much is being revealed. I am the outlander incarnate beneath Red Mountain. I must face Dagoth-Ur and lift the 7 curses of the 6th house. Fire, ash, flesh, ghost, seed, despair, dreams. To remove these curses, I must go to Red Mountain and defeat Dagoth-Ur and all his hosts. It is an unspeakable task, but perhaps with Azura's blessing, they have hope. So, yeah. Okay, gotta go talk to Sul-Matul. Who's a cool dude. He gave me his dad's bow earlier.
How wonderful. Welcome, Outlander.
I like his beetle shoulders. Okay, tell me about the third trial. So he says that I have entered the path of the Nerevarine, which is a thing that is hard to believe. But the wise woman has spoken to him at length about it, and he has had time to consider, and he shall keep his own counsel and set before me his own test. He does not dispute with the wise woman, but their ways are not the ways of the warrior. Many before have tried the path of the Nerevarine, but all have failed the warrior's test. You must have strength, courage, and cunning. These things I would test. So nearby lies Kogorun, the ancient halls of the forgotten house, House Dagoth. In recent time, creatures of the Blight have come to dwell there. He went there with some brave hunters and came back again, but it was a bad place, and he is not ashamed to say that he was afraid for himself and his men. If I would have from him the secret of the third trial, the caverns dark where Azura's eyes see, I should first bring him 3 tokens from Kogorun. So the first token is Corpus Weepings from a Corpus Beast to show that I am proof against the disease's corruption. The second token is a cup with the mark of House Dagoth, for he has seen such cups there. The third token is the Shadow Shield, which lies in the tomb of Dagoth Morin in the lava tunnels deep beneath Kogorun. Bring them to him, and he shall tell me the secret of the third test. Alright. Now I think I've done most of this. I have the Shadow Shield, I'm pretty sure. So I'm going to enter my portable house, which I have been decorating a little bit when I have not been streaming, so that you don't have to put up with that. But I think... Oh, there's Keening, by the way. We already found Keening, one of the tools of Kagranak. There is the Shadow Shield. So we have the Shadow Shield already. I have a cup from House Dagoth. I just need some Corpus Weepings. So let's zip over there. And,
Welcome, Outlander.
And get some Corpus Weepings. So Kogorun is southeast of here. Pull out our axe. We're gonna go cross country. Zip, zip, zip. Get up high, see if we can see it in the distance. Here's one, I think that's Phallus Marian. So it's gonna look like that, Kogorun. It's just a little farther along. Ouch. Come on, climb this hill, man. It's not too steep. Apparently too steep. That's fine. There's Kogaroon. So we just need to find some Corpus weeping. So we're just gonna kill some Corpus infected beasties. I guess not beasties, they were people. But yes, we've been here. There's cultists. Do you have any on you? No, you've just got a big chunk of Corpus meat. We need weepings. And we'll pick up another goblet if we can find it, because I kind of want to keep that one for my collection. If there's another one in here, we'll take it. Yeah. We definitely explored this place already, which makes this a very easy little errand to run. Alright, we gotta go into the fortress proper. Do you have ash salts? I don't need that for any potions. I'm gonna switch into my combat boots. I'm gonna be a little slower, but I'm gonna be better protected. And my boots of blinding speed are actually quite delicate. I don't like getting beaten on when I've got them on. I don't have to worry about getting infected by disease anymore, which is really nice. There's a constant annoyance when you're fighting these guys. We'll go up first. Nice try. Big boy. That's an ascended sleeper. Spooky. It's one of the ways an out-of-control corpus infection can go. This must lead to the roof. Yeah, that just leads to the roof. We don't need to go there. Cool. Just need some weepings. Maybe an extra goblet. Alright, I guess we gotta go down. Wherever the downstairs are. Or the stairs down, if you will. Okay. Another one of you guys. What you got? Okay. Nothing. I love that they like to stack things. I think that's fun. Just a particular twist to their madness. Alright, we got a dead hero who looks like he's also a vampire. Yep, definitely a vampire. another one. Nothing worth taking off of you. I've probably been in here before. Yep, nothing. Mark of House Dagoth. Anyone gonna ambush me when I go down there? Probably. I just need some Corpus beasties. Nice try. Ghoul heart is a good alchemy ingredient. I will take that. Save my game since it's been a while. Clearly I left some stuff that was too heavy for me to carry last time I was here. Alright, into the waterway, which I believe should have some Corpus guys hanging around in it. I'm hoping. If not, we gotta go deep, deep, deep. Good in these barrels. I'll eat some eggs. Eat the eggs, eat the eggs. Scuttle I will take, that's good for restore fatigue potions. Eggs, although they have restore fatigue as an effect on them, they are not a good ingredient for restore fatigue potions because potions use... the final weight of the potion is the average of the ingredients that you put into them. And eggs are quite heavy. So it's better to pick lighter ingredients. There we go. That's a guy who has Corpus. Do you have weepings for me? You do. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That's exactly what I needed. And over there is the entrance to the very deep underground complex. It'll actually spit you out inside the ghost fence, which borders Red Mountain. If you follow this all the way through, which is not good, that there's a secret underground tunnel that lets monsters out of the ghost fence. Which is a big mystical barrier that surrounds Red Mountain and supposedly keeps Dagoth and his minions inside. But I guess they didn't think that maybe they might tunnel under it. Anyway, I can recall out of here now. But if there's an extra goblet in here, I kind of want to grab it so that I can keep one for my collection. It's really important to have a good collection. And I've been decorating my house so nicely, so... yeah, I guess that's it. I guess that... oh, there's Bleeding Heart, too. There's another area. Okay, hang on. So that would have dropped me out inside the ghost fence, that entrance. Where this one leads me. I hear something creeping around. Ash Ghoul, I will take your heart. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Okay, okay. Any collectibles? Any collectibles? I have a lot of bell hammers. Oh, that's an Orcish warhammer. I don't need that. I don't need a corpus meat hunk. What's that? Frost salts. I will take. Excellent alchemy ingredient for restore magicka potions. Potion of swift swim. I'll take that. A couple good potions. Looks like I mostly cleared this out before. That's combat music, but who's attacking me? Who went aggro? I don't see anyone. Oh, there he is. Nothing worth taking. Yeah, and I think the shadow shield was in here. I was right to keep it. I was right to keep it. All right. Well, let's go back.
Welcome, Outlander.
So we have to get our shadow shield. And our goblet from our collection here. Just gonna grab that. Take the goblet from my collection. Very sad. So he says he's impressed with these 3 tokens he's brought him. Oh, and I can keep them, so I can keep the stuff. I'll put it back. I passed the warrior's test. He's going to tell me the secret of the 3rd trial. He says, in caverns dark, Azura's eye sees and makes to shine the moon and star. This is the 3rd vision. You must go to the cavern of the Incarnate, a place sacred to Azura, and look for the moon and star. The secret of the cavern of the Incarnate is set in a riddle. The eye of the needle lies in the teeth of the wind. The mouth of the cave lies in the skin of the pearl. The dream is the door, and the star is the key. The riddle is wisdom's test. Take counsel of the wisdom of the tribes, and you shall find the way. Seek the cavern of the Incarnate. Gain the moon and star. Bring it to Nibani Misa. Take with you my blessing and the blessing of our tribe. Malipu Ataman's belt. Okay. Let's take a look at this cool belt. It restores health and fortifies agility on use. I will definitely keep that. It is a nice keepsake. So, I'm going to talk to the wise woman again, and I might have to go talk to the other Ashlander tribes to figure this Cave of the Incarnate thing out. So, he told me about the shrine to Azura. She can't tell me how to find the place. He said I may seek the wisdom of the tribes and the wisdom of the wise woman she may share with me. So maybe what she knows can help me with these lines of the riddle. The star is the key. So she says the star is Azura. Azura's star appears in the sky only in the magical hour between day and night at dawn and twilight. Okay. The dream is the door. Say the star is the key, Azura's star. The door is only seen at dawn and dusk, and the star is the key that opens it. Okay. That's cool, that's cool.
A warm welcome to you.
I'm gonna have to go to some of the other Ashlander tribes and figure this out. Where is it actually located? But it opens just like Olamayan does. So, where shall we go? You go to the Ahamusa camp. I really don't want to... Well, maybe I do want to walk along the coast. This guy's going to try and hit me. I don't really care for that. I'm going to cast Divine Intervention. Oh, I can't read a scroll during battle. I can't read during battle, that's what it is. Scroll of Divine Intervention. Where did that take me? Nesis. Okay. So we're going to go visit all the Ashlander camps and figure out where the Cavern of the Incarnate is. Yeah. Oh yes, this guy has fallen down for some reason. It's not in his platform anymore. So bring me to Aldrune, please. We're going to go to the Mages Guild. We're going to go to Sadrith Mora. From Sadrith Mora, we can get up to Tel Mora, and that's close to the Ahamusa camp, which may have the info we need. We shall see. Yep. Journal says pretty much what I assumed. Seek the wisdom of the tribes, he says. Put on my boots again. So I'm going to cast Put On Your Boots. I'm going to put on my boots.
I see I stand in good company.
Alright. I think we can take a boat up to Tel Mora, which will get us very, very close.
Is there something I can do for you?
To Tel Mora, please.
I don't know where to begin. It is such an honor to meet
Just
you.
gonna zip up the coast. This is what's called the Grazelands region. It's actually pretty nice compared to a lot of areas of the island. It takes a marshmallow. Like I said earlier, it's a good alchemy ingredient. Grab some salt rice. Also worth having. Wick wheat. Good for healing potions. There is the Ahamusa camp. Hello, hello. So asking about the Eye of the Needle, she says, maybe I mean the Needle? It's a tall rock column in the Valley of the Wind. She slept beneath it once or twice. The Valley of the Wind is a valley on the northeast slopes of Red Mountain. The entrance to the valley is marked by Aaron's teeth, two tall rock spires. Okay, so the Valley of the Wind. It's on the northeast slope of Red Mountain. The westmost valley is called Dry Camp Valley. The camps have no water, but they are sheltered from the wind. Dun-Ahi Caverns are also there. The Valley of the Wind is the eastmost valley. It runs long and straight south between Iron's Teeth, climbs towards Red Mountain. The mouths in these valleys are to the east along the coast. Past Bethound, a Dwemer ruin, and just past Zergonopol, a Daedric ruin, turn south. Okay, okay. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. What about the skin of the pearl? So she says, just a moment. You mentioned the needle in the Valley of the Wind. I recall the top of that tall spire is not white, but much lighter than the other rocks nearby. The head of the Valley of the Wind sits right under the needle. It is a good, safe campground, sheltered from the wind with only one approach. That whitish rock at the top of the needle just might be the pearl I am looking for. All right. Well, thank you for enlightening us, random Ashlander. I don't even need to talk to the wise woman. So the northeast slopes. So Zergonopol, what did she say? East of Zergonopol. Zergonopol is there. So I guess we're just going to go west from here and see what we find. Grab wickweed when we zip by. Not sure what this one is. We've never been out here before. Lots of wickweed. Stoneflower. Oh, this guy? I don't need to fight him. Not worth my time. He's trying, though. He's trying. Should probably get my axe out anyway. So, looking for the two spires. Whoops. Is this guy trying to get me? Oh, this guy's trying to get me. Being a jerk. Oh, he is trying to get me. Man. Don't need any guar hide. So that must be Bethound, which is the Dwemer ruin that they mentioned in the directions. Just double check that that's what that is. Kill this scamp. Oh, this is the Shoelift. Okay, okay. Yeesh. Wildlife. Let's see. Okay, okay. Those are the two spires. What are they called? Iron's Teeth. They mark the entrance to the Valley of the Wind. So let's just go to the mouth and then head up. So we zipped right by it without even seeing it. That's cool. We got this under control. Okay, okay. Those are Aran's teeth. Okay. They might be the teeth of the wind. So the needle is a column in the Valley of the Wind. So we're going to go up until we find the needle. Take one of our Restore Fatigue potions. We're getting tired from all this running around. Oh, we got a little cave here. Derelith and we'll come back to that. They never learn. So where is the needle? It's a rock call. Oh. Well, there we go. The cavern of the
Door is
Incarnate.
locked and will not open. The star is the key.
Okay, the star is the key. Well, I guess what we have to do is wait until dusk. It's 10 a.m. 9 hours ought to do it. Oh no! That bird better not be trying to pull anything.
In the dawn hour under Azura's star, the door is opened.
Okay. We're in. This is the cavern of the Incarnate. Is that a mummy? That's a bunch of mummies. Jesus. Okay. Moon and star.
Nerevar reborn, incarnate. Your first 3 trials are finished. Now 2 new trials lie before you. Seek the Ashlander Ashcans and the Great House Councillors. 4 tribes must name you Nerevarine. 3 houses must name you Hortator. My servant, Nabane Mesa, shall be your guide. And when you are Hortator and Nerevarine, when you have stood before the false gods and freed the heart from its prison, heal my people and restore Morrowind. Do this for me, and with my blessing.
Okay. Thank you, Azura. Oh, shit. We got some people to talk to here. Peakstar. We know who Peakstar is. Peakstar is a false incarnate, a failed incarnate. She says, welcome, Incarnate. Moon and Star Reborn, Hortator, Nerevarine, Mourner of the Tribe Unmourned, Redeemer of the False Gods. I am Peakstar. I was not the one, but I wait in hope. Ask, and I shall answer, if wisdom guides her. All right. So, I have the ring, Moon and Star now. None may deny that I am Nerevar Reborn, the prophesied Incarnate. The temple will know me as an enemy. Ordinators will mark me for death, and the tribunal faithful of the great houses will hate and fear me. The doubters of the tribes will test my strength and doubt my honor. I will be known. I must prepare and be ready. Cool. So I have to go to all the great houses and get them to name me Hortator, which is basically war leader. I must go to all the Ashlander tribes and convince them to name me Nerevarine. I think Silmatul and Nabani Misa are a pretty good bet for the first ones. So the tribe unmourned pity Dagoth in the 6th house. All they do, all they are, is foul and evil. But they began in brightness and honor, and the cause of their fall was their loyal service to you, Lord Nerevar. You told Lord Dagoth to guard the profane tools beneath Red Mountain, and thus he was tempted. He did your bidding when he tried to keep the tools from the tribunal, and so he hates you, who betrayed him, and the tribunal, who mocked his honor, attacked him, and stole the profane tools for their own use. Those are Kagranak's tools. Kagranek, high priest of the Dwemer, forged enchanted artifacts to steal the power of the gods. Nerevar fought the Dwemer to prevent this blasphemy, but Dagoth took the tools to make himself a god, and the tribunal took these tools to make themselves gods. Though the tribunal sought to do good with their power, they are tainted by the same corrupt desires that moved Dagoth. So she was not the one. She was a failed incarnate. So are all who remain here with me in the Cavern of the Incarnate. She survived the blight, but fell in battle with an ash vampire. She could not master the arts of war, nor could she learn the ways of the great houses. They would not have accepted her as Hortator. Take these few poor things, they are of no use to me. So she gave me some stuff. So she was called to the prophecies, but she was not the one. The false gods are the tribunal, obviously. So she has no trade. She's an ancestor. Okay. So she says the visions of Azure are often obscure for two reasons. One, because the future cannot be known and choices may always be made. Two, because truth is not clear or simple. Azure's riddles warn us to think long and hard. They force us to search carefully for truth and meaning, and not to rely on impulse and force. Alright. So, we are at the end of my time slot here. So we are going to speak to the rest of the failed incarnates next session. But what we will do is put on Moon and Star just to make sure it does not kill us. Excellent. So we don't need it right now. We're going to wear our other more useful ring. But that pretty much confirms it. We are Nerevar Reborn. So, I'm going to leave it there for the evening. As always, I'm Jeff. I play old and retro games. I am raising money year-round for the Toronto Hospital for Sick Children and the Sick Kids Foundation as part of Extra Life. Extra Life is an organization that pulls together gamers from around the world to raise money for their local Children's Miracle Network hospitals. It's a great cause. It's a lot of fun. Every year it culminates in Game Day, which is a 24-hour gaming marathon. It's the first weekend of November. I will be starting November 3rd with my 24-hour marathon. It will be my 7th time doing it. I will stream the entire 24 hours. I hope you can come out to it. Check out my fundraising page. There's a link down below. Like I said, it's a fantastic cause. Donations are tax deductible. 100% of it goes to the Sick Kids Foundation and the Toronto Hospital for Sick Children. And there are going to be some fun incentives and more details about my marathon coming soon. So stay tuned. Come out to my regular Friday night streams. And hope to see you next time. Have a good night, everyone. And again, check out my fundraising page. Please give generously. It's a really, really good cause. Thanks for watching tonight. Enjoy your weekends, everyone.